Good evening, boys and girls. How we doing? Cheers to everyone for this diabolical nightmare of a card. Who the fuck starts things on the quarter hour? It's on the half hour or half past. I'm triggered. I have a good reason for this, actually, or a reason. It's not a very good reason, but it's a reason nonetheless. Hello, chat. How's it going, bro? What's good, Kerry? Vertical nonce. Yeah, I thought I'd give it a try today. It's been a while since I've done this. I don't think it's going to make any lick of difference because it hasn't in the past, but well, I'll give it a little go. Why not? Why not experiment a little bit? I experiment in all other walks of life, so might as well do it here. How's it going, Kloss? What's good, man? Oh shit, it's Juice Man. How you doing, brother? If you're looking for enthusiasm and excitement, you're not gonna find it here. I've decided to bet a little bit heavier on this card than I usually do. So I'm hoping that will generate some excitement. How you doing, Westy? What's good, man? B7 in the building as well. Fuck me, all the boys are turning out tonight. How you doing, Docs? What's good, man? Happy birthday, happy belated birthday. I got Gio's message a little bit late. 16 years young, yeah. Congratulations. Let me see if this chat feature thing works, if it pops up. Oh, it does, sweet. Nice. The juice is loose, as always, bro. I must look, I must look extra ugly up this close. How you doing, Musical? What's good, my man? How are you doing, sir? Again, a reminder to everyone here, if you're not subscribed to MMA Paradox, who's had a not suspicious at all raise in subscriptions recently, shout out to Docs, and shout out to Musical as well. Subscribe to Musical MMA. I'm sure all of you know who that beautiful bastard is. Can you see the emojis now? No, 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 I can't. Restream still hasn't figured that part out yet for some reason. For some fucking reason. Smash the like. That would be very, very nice. I'd appreciate that. You need to turn them damn Paradox notifications on. Yeah, man. Do you know what? Yeah, I think I've got an issue with my YouTube in that like it doesn't work at all. So that's an issue. You're tired. What's going on, bro? Card hasn't even started yet, and you're already bored. That's gonna be a precursor for things to come, warning you, because this is gonna be dog shit. I can promise you that. I can absolutely guarantee it, in fact. I've struggled so hard to come up with bets for this one, really hard. I've got no inspiration, so I'm kinda like I don't even know what I've put on as a bet. I've just thrown shit at the wall and see what's going. Yeah, shout out to Bodak. Congrats on getting to 500 subs. That is a big one. I didn't even realize that you could monetize at 500 subs. I grinded away for, like, years and years and years, not monetize on 1,000, and I could have done it at 500. I'm not really very good at read I don't read too good, so that was an issue. Hello, it's me, Pajit. Hello, Dickwood. Quite the sick name. I was up at 6 AM and tomorrow up at 6 AM gig in Gloucester. Sick. What kind of gig is it? And I'm assuming you're gonna be live streaming it, so, if you like a little bit of live music and decent banter to go with it, check out Musical MMA. Has anyone got any good bets for me? Because 'Cause I'm struggling on this one. I feel like there's one or t there's a few more $100 I could potentially throw away on this one. I don't wanna miss the opportunity. My, my gambling record this year has not been very good. It's the 3,000 watch hours which make it hard. Is that 3,000 watch hours over the history of you being on the platform? Because it's yeah. The thing is that if you do live streams though, it should be easy. If you just go online and stream pages and you just have kind of people coming in and out, It should be easy enough. I'm gonna sweep the card, but I can't bet. So, what have you got for me? What do you like? What have you got for me? I really need like the I'm not very proud of I'm not very proud of the bets that I've made so far. I went Blanchfield, Goff, and Halibut parlay. A lot of people seem to be taking Halibut for this one. I can't really quite figure out why. I guess 'cause it's Jordan Levitt. I can understand why you wouldn't wanna back that fruity son of a bitch. But I don't know, man. I feel like that could be a takedown and, a gentle it could be a gentle bumming is what I'm saying. How you doing, babe? Is the audio a bit off for anyone? Oh, please don't fuck with me. I'm not gonna start fucking with it. I've made this mistake multiple times. Let me see if I can fix it. Well, it says that my mic's on max. No, that is not a good sign. Hang on a sec. I'm not gonna take out the mic or anything like I always do, and then you guys laugh at me and say you were trolling me, and then the mic really gets fucked up. See, God, smells. Um, it says the microphone's on maximum, so there's literally nothing I can do. I guess we're fucked as it is. Maybe doing it as a vertical was a bit of a costly mistake here. I don't know. Maybe it screwed it up. Sounds a bit underwatery. No, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't go against what I'm. Is that hopefully it will sort itself out. Is this what glitches look like on the other side? This is not the first time I've had this problem. Nubby MMA, Sugar. Oh, Nubby, I haven't seen you around in a while. I subscribed to you a long time ago. Shout out to Nubby MMA. Subscribe to that gentleman. Sugar Mara pick. Gotta go with the Goblin, obviously. I do think Sugar's gonna make more of a fight of it this time, and they obviously want him to be champion, or they wouldn't be making this fight in the first place. I'm gonna go with um I'm gonna go with Marab though, by a very similar looking fight to the last one. I'm gonna be as uncreative as possible. Audio sounds much better now, sweet. I just basically switched it to the same microphone and I don't know. If it sounds better, perfect. Goff, Chasson, and Blanchfield and Lopez. I quite like Bruno Lopez as well. And I like the fact that he's rocking a Dominic Reyes beard as well. I'm very jealous of men with beards, as you guys know, because I can't grow one. I kinda like the Lopez one as a slippery underdog as well. You can't really trust Jacoby, who I actually think is quite good, but I think I've, um I think I've gone with him as well. Marab by kissing, grabbing ass, and raising his hand for attempting takedowns like he KO'd someone. Best way to win an MMA fight, in my opinion. Goated way to win an MMA fight. I used to fucking hate Marab, but I've come to quite love the guy. I've got a fondness for him now that I can't quite explain. I do love him. Jacoby hasn't won as a favorite in his last 7 fights. Interesting. I was in Guru Streams in 2023. Yeah, I know who you are. When I first started out on here, I saw you had a channel as well, and I popped up in there every now and then. You do, like, prediction videos and shit, yeah? And you do, like, well, general content videos. I've seen you around. Shout out to Nubby MMA. Hope to see you here a lot more, sir. I don't think you've ever done lives, though. Maybe I'm mistaken. I don't think you've done watch-alongs. Did Gilly share my impression of you talking about Fight Fairy docs? What's that about? I haven't really been hanging out in Gilly streams much lately. I've been busy. I haven't had a chance to take a look at his locks video as well. No, Betty. Nubby is the snottiest sounding MMA YouTuber. He's a good lad. I think he's quite young as well, is old Nubby. Nubby's been grinding for a very, very long time, I know that much. So shout out to Nubby, keep up the grind, sir. Marab slamming Nina on her face made him an instant favorite. Yeah, that was gold. That was gold. That must have been I honestly think for a second he thought he'd broken her neck, which would have been deeply ironic. It would have been a deeply ironic way to get rid of her. I'm not saying I want it to happen, but I'm not very fond of Nina drama. I'm not gonna dunk on her anymore. I made my one video about her, which did quite well for me, and I'm ready to move on. I don't really care about Nina drama that much. I basically ignore her. That's been my way of thinking. But yeah, the B7, you called it right. That was absolutely funny. The thing is, I actually haven't seen the video. I just saw the still image of her like that, which was very entertaining for me. That was enough. I didn't really need to see the full video. If Pornhub isn't working for me later, I might slap that on though and have a little whack to that. Barber by third round KO. Joking. I hate Macy Barber because she's not hot and she's not a good fighter. So there's nothing redeemable there. I'd give Puss a lick. You mean Barbers? We're never gonna agree. So you have a fondness for black women and Macy Barber. Explain that to me. She is an actual dog. I'm not really too fond of Erin Blanchfield either, but Marab had one job and he let us all down to finish the job. Yeah, you're implying that it wasn't an accident. PSG won champions, beat Inter 5-0. I watched it. I don't think I've ever seen such a one-sided beatdown in a major final ever. That was gross. Michael K. It's been a while since I've seen you, you beautiful son of a bitch. Yeah, Giddy's gone very, very quiet. What I think I sent a message to Bruley about this before. I'm gonna assume that he gathers himself up and he talks about how amazing Donnarumma was, even though he didn't actually make a save until they were 4-0 down. I can't believe Macy got a tit job, did she? That raises her one notch in my book. She's now at one. Thoughts on Clown Show deleting everything in pure disappointment again? I think he does that regularly, doesn't he? If I was him, I'd purge my content on a regular basis as well. I reckon what he does is he does a live and then he goes back and watches it in his basement, and then he actually listens to the things that he said and then just makes the right decision and just eradicates it. I'm not subscribed to him, so maybe I'm just making stuff up. I don't know. The last time I checked on him, there was no videos on his channel, which was quite strange to me. Barber had a boob job, she can't win. Yeah, that's usually a very bad indication, isn't it? It usually indicates that somebody's no longer taking their career seriously. But shout out to her tits, though. I mean, I'm quite a big advocate for fake tits. I'm okay with that move. I'm just waiting for the day when somebody's tit explodes in the middle of a fight because it's gonna happen. Silicone is not supposed to be like dunked around like that. So I'm assuming that's gonna go very wrong. It's gonna be on a highlight on a very incorrect highlight reel one day. Let's fucking go, Frankie. That better be vodka in that water bowl. I don't do that anymore. I don't get drunk and embarrass myself on live streams anymore. I probably should start doing it again. After the boob job, all my money is on Blanche. I'm taking Blanche as well. She's not particularly good, but she's better than that cunt. Yo, I think Ketlin Vieira had to go to the hospital last night. The line was -120. Now Macy is -144. It's not that much of a shift to be fair. Chasson did look considerably bigger than her, and Ketlin Vieira did give what's her face, Kayla Harrison a good scrap. So I think that's going to be too close to call. Macy is winning. I wouldn't. I don't have enough confidence to bet on that though. I don't trust French people. They generally can't be trusted. It was probably a bad weight cut, I'm assuming, Juice Man. Let's fucking go. Juice is ready for the fights. I think we all are. We do this every time, don't we? We talk a lot of shit, and then the card gets ready to start. We get excited again, and then it starts, and then the excitement instantly gets drained from our bonus. Thoughts on trans people getting free tip jobs while others have to pay? That's not a real thing. Tell me that's not a real thing. I'm not paying taxes anymore if that's true. Frankie, will you watch the main event or more likely to be asleep? I'm probably gonna watch it. I'll give it a go. How you doing, John Dong? I don't know why my voice went unusually high there. Sorry about that. If you fuckers could like the stream, that would be really much appreciated. Usually, but is the fight still on? Well, she did the face off today, so I'm assuming so. What time is it over there where you're at, Frank Dog? It is currently 11 p.m. So I'm assuming the fights are going to start in about 45 minutes, something like that. I might survive to the end. I need some knockouts though, because I'm not buzzed, but I've put like a considerable amount of money on this card, more than I usually do because obviously we didn't have a card last week. So I'm hoping that will keep my boner going until the end. Betting on MMA cards is kind of like how old men take Viagra. That's how I handle MMA viewing experience these days. I need something to get me through it, and losing money on UFC cards is the perfect way to do that. Hunter Schaffer being Princess Zelda in the who the fuck is that? Who's Hunter Schaffer? Good to see you, John Dog. I don't think The Legend of Zelda should be a movie. I can see them monumentally fucking that up. I don't think it's gonna translate very well to the big screen. Got you, brother. I saw Tai Tai in Vegas earlier. He had a bunch of snow bunnies on him. What the fuck's a snow bunny? Caleb Plant is a free bingo slot in a parlay tonight. Is Caleb Plant fighting? Fuck, I had no idea. Frankie, back up the camera, mate. Too much face. Let me try and push it back. Is that better? Why am I listening to you, Weston? Fuck you, man. Let's give that a go. I'm realizing on certain things you're gonna be watching, and you're basically gonna be seeing my nostril, which isn't good for everyone, for anyone. Tai Tai is a living legend amongst other living legends. I love Tai Tai Bets. He's another one who, for some reason, doesn't pop up on my live streams anymore. It's highly bizarre. People were saying the Lilo and Stitch movie got woke because one of the aliens had a fishnet and the guy was wearing it. I'm not gonna be watching that. Not enough. Oh, Bay, this is why I love you, bro. Bay, speaking of which, yeah, Brutally and JPL are going to that BKFC card in Liverpool, not Liverpool, in Birmingham at the end of June. We booked a nice little mansion as well. If you're about, you should try and swing through, mate. It's gonna get wild. Or it's gonna end up with three dudes in a massive house doing fuck all. It's the kind of coin toss that you don't wanna miss. What is woke? It's basically like, the agenda that they've got towards like trans people, women, people of color. You know that thing that we all talk about in private that we were really scared that was gonna happen when we have our meetings? You know what I'm saying? It's basically that. It's the coming of that. It's basically the rise of everything that is white heterosexual male. That's how I would describe it. It's like when they push messaging of that nature into a movie. Diversity, that kind of stuff. I've just realized that the majority of people in here are not white males. Sorry about that. It's more of a male thing as well. I take it on just as shitting on us. And it was finally our time. We finally got to the age where it was supposed to be our time to take the piss, and it's just been ripped from us. No more white privilege. Over. I wanna watch the new Final Destination movie. I've actually heard it's quite good. I've heard it's mental, but, um, I've heard it's a bit shitty, but in a good way. Sorry, audio was cutting out, and all I heard was Betty come to Birmingham. Was it for an event? Yeah, we've got, Brutally and JPL and I are we've got tickets for a BKFC event. We've got an extra ticket as well, and we've booked, like, a fat mansion for the weekend. I'm not sure if we're gonna do some content or not. We might, but if you are around, you should pull up. It'd be sweet. Yeah, Frank, you sound like I'm on a phone with someone with shit reception. I'm gonna assume it's a verbal. It has flickered a couple of times. This will be the last time I do a verbal again. I'm not gonna be doing that shit. It does seem to have its issues. All my internet could just be crappy. I mean, it's only costing me $75 a month. My mistake. How you doing, Jesus in Town? By the way, Jesus in Talmud. Shout out to Jesus in Talmud channel. You are a very entertaining young man. I'm assuming young man. Frankie drinks a lot. Bodak smoked the pod. Machine Gas Smelly is the king of the shot. I don't really, I don't really drink anymore. I rarely drink. I probably need to get back on it because it was way better on here when I would just open up a bottle of whiskey and get absolutely fucked. You might be on the wrong mic. I'm absolutely not. I'm definitely on the right mic. I don't think changing it again is really gonna help. In fact, I can only see it causing more issues. Audio. Let me type in sound. I always get this wrong. Sound setting sound. Nah, my mic's on maximum. I don't know what to do. Mic cutting out a bit. Fuck me. Frankly, I uploaded 2 more videos if you don't know. I'm gonna check those out. The ones I've seen so far have been very entertaining. Have you ever seen a Joff stand-up? I saw one of them, or the one that he attempted. It's the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. But fortunately, I don't get Joff, videos pop up in my home feed anymore. I think YouTube has figured out that I hate him. I don't even hate him, I just think he's shit. And his brand isn't really for me anymore. Listen to your own stream, audio is bad. Asshole. Blast that or get better speakers. I don't know. It's definitely my fault, but there's nothing I can do about it midstream. I'm assuming it's a restream stream thing. If you can hear me a little bit, then let's take that as a win right now. I'm thinking it might be, yeah, I'm thinking it might be either my internet or, Restream acting like a cunt. But either way. So yeah, I'm not really planning on doing a watch along tonight because like I said, it ruins the enjoyment of the stream. But I'm probably gonna hang out until the first fight starts and then see where we go from there. But yeah, Betty, if you can come out to Birmingham, that would be sweet. Just give me a shout in the DMs. I didn't hear anything except arsehole. Brilliant. When you switch it back and forth, it gets better for a while. I've got a backup microphone as well, so I might switch it out for the next one because maybe this microphone is just clapped out. I accidentally nutted on it the other day. Maybe it's interfering with it a bit. Hopefully, it's better now. I switched it back to the original one, so let's see if it works out. It sounds much better now. Excellent. I hope it stays that way. Vertical, how you doing, JVD? Yeah, I thought I'd try it out for tonight. I mean, you know, if it was an stream that I don't really care about. How Spoonie's treating you. Hope everything's well. I need to send you my WhatsApp number at some point. It's not awful right now. I'll take that. I'm literally talking as loud as I can without blowing my voice box up. But yeah, I don't even know who's on this BKFC card, but I imagine it's gonna be fun. I imagine. I haven't seen a bare knuckle card live yet, so I'm quite excited about that. And doing it with Brutally and JPL should be class as well. Mike's back on, excellent. This is gonna be a shit show to try and take shorts from, but I haven't said anything of merit anyway, so I don't think I have to worry about that. Mike went off for a sec there. Yeah, it was probably switching between the 2. It could be a number of reasons, like, I'm not a very technically savvy person anymore, so it could be a number of issues. I kinda feel like the drama around here has died down on the right ti at the right time. At least we've got 1 decent fight card coming up. Yeah, send me your number over Discord. I certainly will. When I get off here, in about, I don't know, half an hour or so, I'll send it to you. 'Cause I've found that more time's gone on, I've stopped using Twitter, I've stopped using Discord. I mean, I pop in there every now and then, but I miss a lot. I miss an awful lot. Western Mass Climber has a microphone and a is that a piece of shit? Oh, microphone's trash. Where's your microphone? If we keep talking about the microphone, I'm gonna keep talking about it, and then we're not gonna talk about anything else. Funny how I leave yous and the drama just halts. Nah, there's been plenty of drama. I haven't seen you around in a little while, but, the drama kind of reached its peak recently, or hopefully if it's peak, and hopefully it's gonna stop now. I don't even do much. You're the worst for it, mate. I don't know if you love a little bit of drama or it's just, it just happens to, you know, flare up when you turn up, but there's definitely something going on. Western Mass Clamor is the weird figure. He talks too much shit, like I'm not saying that. You nearly got me though. Jesus, where are you really? I know you say you're in Iraq, and I don't mean to get technical, but it seems unlikely. And the reason why I say that is if my channel is turning up there, then I'm clearly doing something amazing, and I need to keep doing it. Mod JVD. Wait, it must oh, so you're JVD. Oh, it all makes sense now. I thought JVD was modded already. I mean, JVD is modded. Are there any fights in particular you guys are looking forward to? I think the only one I've got a slight interest in is the Gamrot and, Klein fight. I think that could be quite interesting. Drama can get fucked, except Nina Drama. Don't fuck that, you'll catch something. Bit harsh. I mean, I talk shit about Nina Drama all the time, but I definitely smash. You notice how my voice went quieter there. Oh, Kurdistan. I've got a colleague I work with at the moment who, Kurdistan is near, Turkey, isn't it? You're going back to college this year. Have you given up on being a fighter then? I've had to buy a new phone for the 3rd time in a year, and re-downloading apps and remembering passwords is a ball ache. I don't wanna out myself here, but being an old man, I've pretty much got the same password for everything. So if you figure one out, you're rich. A very mountainous town. I know about Kurdistan. I think it's near Turkey, right? Maybe I've got the wrong place. I was pretty sure it's near Turkey, or even not part of Turkey, but you know what I'm saying. Just sprinkled Goth KO. Yeah, he looks good. I'm not a big fan of his record, but, Ramiz Brahimaj is very mid, so that could happen. JVD is going to the School of Hard Knocks. What you study in JVD? How you doing, Lane? Good to see your original name back. It's very hard for me to readjust. And thanks for the advice you've sprinkled my way. I might take you up on 1 or 2 of them. I'm kind of lost for what to bet on, as I was saying at the start of this. I've got a few parlays laid up, but I've got minimum confidence in all of them. What happened to the security gig? You were doing security. It's not a bad line of work to get into of what you're planning in the future. I'm still fighting, I'm still doing security, I'm just also doing music performance for a year. Oh, well, you are a bit of a whiz on the instruments as far as I can remember, so, why not? Goff coming off a loss, but 4 KOs prior to that. Yeah, and Brahimaj is very average, and he looked kinda scared in the face-off. Goff was kinda smirking in his face like, "We know what's gonna happen. We know. We know what's going." Talking of Goff, my new college is full of baddies. You're into Goff chicks? Of course you are. Yeah, when you're getting your dick down game going, you've gotta smash a golf chip or 2. It's gotta be on the list. You gots to. But that's like an early you do that when you're kind of early into the game. I did a job for someone named Goff this week. It's a sign to bet the house. I think he's just better. I mean, if you need an extra reason, then bet he's just giving you one. Yeah, appreciate it, Lane. I'm definitely gonna sprinkle a little bit on this, well, a little bit more on this, or else I'm not gonna get through this card. I've already splashed about $100, I'd say so far, but I feel like I could go harder. I'm not gonna say that. Are you gonna confirm for me whether Kurdistan is near Turkey or not, so I can work out if I'm correct or not about that? I've heard it's a very nice country though. Like I said, there's a woman I work with who's from there, and I'm pretty sure she mentioned something about Turkey, although she claimed to be Turkish for quite a while as well, so that might be wrong. I am Goth, but I don't have sex outside of relationships, so hopefully one of them is fit as fuck, but has the personality. Don't have sex. Oh yeah, you've always said that. I always thought that was a bit gay, bit sus. I love you, bro. I mean, it's very honourable of you and all that, but it's not something I really approve of. Isn't this card fucking wank or something? Yeah, it kinda started wank, and then a few fights dropped out, and it got more wank. Terrible card. There's no excuse for it as well. They had such a big gap. We're part of the green part, far from Turkey's border. That's a very polite way of telling me that I'm retarded and wrong. Thanks, mate. I'll add that to the, um I'll add that to the general knowledge. I'm gonna have to question her about it on Monday. Is Kurdistan actually a country? That's what I was saying. I was sure it was part of Turkey. I'm not even gonna try and spell it on YouTube because I'm just gonna spend the next 20 minutes doing that. So Bodak, if you're still here, congratulations again, man. I've got to say that publicly. If you're not subscribed to Bodak, the Bodak Show, do so immediately. Just hit 500 subs. Very big landmark. I thought it was just a rough area where Kurds tend to live. Is that necessary? Don't get me wrong. If I can't get on with one of these birds, I'm just gonna shag it. There's my boy. There he is. Mate, you're what? You're 20 years old or whatever, or 21. Oh no, you're 19. What am I talking about? Or 18. Bro, smash to your heart's content. Just cheer me up. You'll be fine. You don't want to get into a relationship when you're learning the ropes. It's a rough way to get started. Well, Black Betty, we raise our flag in every government building. Ah, I guess that counts. I mean, fake it till you make it, right? You gotta start somewhere. I'm 18, yeah, I know, I got it right in the end. Still a young buck in the game. Just smash. And don't get anyone pregnant, you know, you need to get that paper up before you start breeding. But is there actually a country with borders or no? Well, the fact that he went to the flag in every government building would suggest perhaps not. But sex is kinda dull without passion and love, man. I mean, I'm not gonna join you in being all fruity here. You do have a point. You do have a point. I mean, I don't really believe in love, but I hope certain people aren't listening. But certainly without some kind of emotional oh man, I sound like a fucking fat just scratch that, scratch that. I'll put it this way, yeah, it's better if you have, like, um, you know, if you're interested in the person from a personality standpoint as well. I'd agree with that. Like, randomly smashing some badge is not really gonna get you anywhere. I'm not saying don't get to know the bitch. Not what I said at all. Best pre-show on YouTube. Dougie, I've got a nice short lined up where I basically glaze the shit out of you. Shout out to fucking Dougie's Dougie, are you going live tonight? You're not gonna live stream this monstrosity of a card, are you? You're not that much of a fucking hardcore. Nobody is. I'd have to agree, JVD. How did we know that Westy would agree? Oi, Frankie, how you doing, Cheddarhead, you beautiful orange bastard? You round son of a gun, you. We study and force other nationalities here to speak Kurdish in schools because the books are Kurdish. I can see that working in a couple of 100 years. You know, put the groundwork in. Expect it. You know how gay I get with love and shit. That's just me. You're a very passionate man. Oh, now you don't want to sound soft and gay. I mean, you got me on that one. You got me on that one. I think that ship has sailed, to be fair, but my microphone keeps going down by itself. Maybe I'm shouting into it too loudly. So what will happen, JVD, is you'll believe in love and all that stuff, and then you'll realize they're all cunts, and then you'll start fucking dudes. That's the trajectory. I just ran half a mile in 100-degree weather. I nearly died. Bro, running in hot weather is not it. It is just generally not it. I prefer running when it's, like, freezing cold or when it's even raining. Exactly, you beautiful bastard. I've gotta stop saying that to everyone or it loses its impact. I fucking love you, bro. This Nacho friend is the man. He's the king mod over on Dougie's corner. Dougie, did you say you're going on? Did you say you're going on with this card? I mean, I don't recommend it, but by the way, if you guys could like the stream as always, I'd really appreciate it. Dougie revealed his Serbian name is Bogdan. I mean, Bogdan is just a generally goated name. Nobody in the history of Earth has been named Bogdan that hasn't been a total chap. If you got the balls and you think I'm lying, oh, you that's directed at Woblak Bay. Okay. Ban Nacho. Can't. Unfortunately, I love Nacho. I just jugged 12 bottles of water. That sounds dangerous. I guess it depends how big they are. You can clip that one as well. This is the best live stream before a YouTube card in the sense that it's the most retarded for sure. I kind of miss doing these solo ones every now and then. Yeah, imagine what Ched looks like with all that water retention. Jesus Christ. Ched's is flooding his kidneys. Yeah, that sounds fucking dangerous. It is possible to water poison yourself, so be very careful. Don't go against your lord Dougie in my presence here. Nacho's rebellion. Followed by 2 dozen buffalo wings, 100%. You know, Cheds was running while eating the chicken wings. And you don't run, Cheds, you roll. Don't try and glaze yourself. Did you just roll down a hill while, like, chugging on chicken wings? That's how I'm imagining this scenario. Solo was always the best. I don't know, man. The Sundays have been pretty sweet lately. They've been missing autism. They've been sophisticated conversations. It's been pretty sweet, I've gotta say. I'm not taking shots at anyone in particular. I think it's just because the chat has been generally more respectful. Usually, it's just drama laden. Lane, I've got 20 wings and 8 thighs pouring out right now. I deserve this, brother. That's the best thing. That's what I found though, like, going when I was running a couple of years ago, I used to run a lot. It made me not wanna eat anything fatty or sugary because it just felt wrong to undo all that work. 20 wings. Whenever people talk about wings, I always think about how many chickens, you know? Yeah, that's what I thought. Again, in Kurdistan, Iraq, we study our language forcefully because in 1992, we kicked out Iraqi regime after 40 years of fighting. I mean, in all seriousness, that's amazing. Shout out to Kazakhstan or Kurdistan, sorry. How was Tuesday? I was a little too high to be awake for that one. I didn't do a live stream on Tuesday. At least I don't think I did. No, I didn't do a live stream on Tuesday. Couldn't be fucked. 10 chickens. Yeah, I know. I know. Thanks for pointing that out. 0 calorie wings and thighs. Well, it's your protein, isn't it? So it's probably good regeneration food after a good bit of exercise. Cheds Ched Cheds should start a mukbang channel, and he should do it dressed as an orange. Just dressed as like a massive orange with like a mouth cut out. Sadly, we don't watch that. I don't really understand the mukbang thing, but whatever. I think you should definitely do that, Cheds. We could do with a mukbanger on the crew. So technically it's a region, not an official country. I mean, it's like I said, fake it till you make it. And I'm not saying that insultingly because it clearly sounds like the country's gone through a lot. Um, but I've always thought it was a country. But again, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. So take what I say with a pinch of salt. Geography is not my strong suit. But now you're talking about all these chicken wings. I feel like I've got to break something out tonight. How was your week anyway? It was all right, man. I had to go into work for training, which was awful. It was self-defense training, and I work in a university. That will tell you everything about where I work. That just reminded me, when we visited our grandpa in Serbia, we told him we only liked the wings as kids. He was so confused because he looked at the chickens. He was like, "But they only have 2." You see, that's poor people speak. I've heard of poor people. I've read about them in books. Sounds like a very interesting group of people. Think of the views, Cheds. I will get the "So I Have Diabetes" episode. 70 wings is your record. Wings are one of those things, yeah, you reckon you can, like, eat them all day long? You can eat hundreds, but they eventually get to you. I think I'm definitely ordering KFC tonight. It's been a while. I'm just gonna stick my head in a bucket and just chew my way through. Remember in the movie Dangerous Minds, the kid who won the Dylan contest ordered 4 whole chickens at the restaurant. That's Ched. Was Dangerous Minds the one that had Michelle Pfeiffer? And she goes into a black community and she starts dancing, all that. Maybe I've misremembered that movie, but I'm pretty sure that it's the Michelle Pfeiffer one. It's been a while since I've seen that. Wasn't that the Gangster's Paradise movie? And my microphone volume has gone down again. How you doing, Chris Cushman? Good to see you, bro. We're talking about chicken wings, which is a highlight on this channel. Something up with the mic. Yeah, I mean it's been dodgy the whole evening. I might have to revert to going back to my backup mic again. Hopefully, this is just a temporary problem. I'm hoping it's because we did the vertical and not the regular way of doing things around here. But we're mucking on, we're doing what we can. Jesus story, if you wanna lose 1K by betting Kurdistan as a country, then go ahead, little bro. I mean, it's gonna be a very difficult. I mean, that sounds like a stupid thing to say. It's gonna be a difficult thing to prove. I love chicken wings. We all love chicken wings. I'm gonna have to tuck into I'm gonna have to mow my way through at least 15 chickens tonight. But only the parts, so it's proper disgraceful. By the way, if someone could let me know when the card starts, that would be very much appreciated. Let's all thank Dana for this unbelievable Apex card. Yeah, cunt. Dana's lost it. They need to get rid of him. I think his exit is imminent. I reckon he's gonna be gone in the next 12 months. Yeah, Michelle Pfeiffer she looked dirty. People who know. Have a good night, dude. Good luck with all the bets tonight, MMA YouTube. Yeah, shout out to Dougie's Corner. He's gonna be doing a watch along, I'm very sure. He's the guy to go to, not me, because I can't do two things at once. Take it easy though, Dougie. Starting right now. Why you got those. Who wins fight of the night? I think Jacoby and the Brazilian. That's a good shout. That's guaranteed to be a scrap. I reckon someone's gonna get bonged out in that one though. So it could be KO. The fight I have the highest hopes for is Gamrot and Klein. I just think matchup wise, that's very interesting. And people are shitting on Gamrot, man. Gamrot's the man. Yeah, you guys have got me with the chicken wing talk. I'm definitely gonna have to go through some tonight. Yeah, I think the conversation about Kurdistan has been misunderstood. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on this prediction. Ardaleen is the fight is the card starting now then? Let's dive over to the old prelims. Hmm? What? No? Hang on. Let's get the prelims going. Alright, looks like we're gonna get started soon. I miss Paddy. Do you not use Paddy Power anymore? Paddy Power don't have the same deals and shit they used to, man. It's a bit embarrassing. Gamrot and Klein is definitely up there. Yeah, I'm very excited. I mean, I'm moderately excited. I'm of the side of people who think that Gamrot got done really dirty. He's kind of what Evloev is to featherweight now, just getting passed over for a title shot over and over again. So yeah, I hope Gamrot wins. You're banned. How did you get banned? How the fuck did you get banned from Paddy Power? I got banned from Bet365 for winning. Bet365 are the most unscrupulous cunts in the game. I can't remember. I don't know if I told you guys about this. I think it was like a 25 pound parlay on or something years ago, and won like 3 grand. And then they gave me my money. Well, they delayed giving me my money and then banned me. They don't mind taking my money when I lose it though. And then I tried to when I moved to a new address, I tried to get back on, and they banned me again within 24 hours. Betting companies are scum. Who knew? Yeah, Jesus, I think it was a misunderstanding. Betty, I think it was a misunderstanding. So yeah, what's Tim saying? How you doing, Cayman Rider? Gamrot's style can be good for him or a liability because he's such a decision machine and has a high output that he can win by volume, but at the same time, no finishing ability means the other guy don't. I'm with you on that one as well. I think if you're betting on the Gamrot fight, I quite like that to go the distance. I do think Gamrot's good to take straight up, but sometimes because he looks a little bit scrappy in there, he runs the risk whenever he lets it go to the scorecards. I think Gamrot is highly underrated though. I think he's elite. And I don't think, Ludovic Klein's really fought anyone, so I don't know, but that's a good shout, Cayman, and good to have you here. Good to have you here as always. Yeah, that's the fight I'm kinda earmarking as the one to watch. It's quite rare to see DC on an Apex card, speaking of chicken wings. Just bet Goff KO him. I've actually for the first time ever, I've actually got a parlay on where I've done a couple of, like, props as well. So I've bet on a couple of KOs. I think, what's his face? Zachary Reese is gonna KO that cunt. Big step up for Klein in my opinion. I 100% agree. How you doing, Thor? Good to see you here as always, brother. Yeah, big step up for Klein. And he's got a few weird losses on his record that I'm not too pleased about. The draw that he got with, that British cunt, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, stands out to me as well. I think, Gamrot's a different mustard. That's why Gabriel Varga, the kickboxer YouTuber, said every fighter needs at least 1 to 2 combos that are meant to hurt someone. Yeah. Shrimp dick. This person knows me in real life. I'm very proud of my shrimp dick, Mr. Auditor. I was born with it, okay? It's not like I put it in a pot and grew it myself. Don't blame me for bad genetics, you absolute cunt. Oh, you said shrimp duck. Well, that rant was completely pointless. Sorry, Auditor. A lot of demons. So the opponents respect you to a certain extent. Yeah, of course. I mean, you've got to have something that's, like you said, that's fight ending. And Gamrot just isn't that guy. That's why I think comparing him to Evloev is very, apt, I think. Didn't Gamrot drop Hooker, if I remember? I thought Gamrot won that fight. Another robbery. And it really pisses me off because Gamrot should have had a title fight. It's a fight that he shouldn't have had to take. And then Hooker wins, and suddenly, oh, he's like back in the top 5 again and one fight off a title fight. It sickens me. I do enjoy Dan Hooker, but that ruined it for everyone. I can't wait for the main event. I can wait for the main event. I can wait as long as you want. I had kind of high hopes for Macy Barber, though. Not Macy Barber, I hate her. That was a slip of the tongue. I had high hopes for Erin Blanchfield, but she's kind of tapered off for me. I want Macy Barber to get beaten up because for some reason she really annoys me. I got banned from Bet365, owed me 5K. Tom Waterhouse, William Hill the same, Uber a bit less. On Ladbrokes, I deliberately bet 20% of my winnings to lose or they steal my money. How? So Bet365, I made 3K and they paid it to me, but they were very upset about it. And then I contacted their HR department and I was like, why have you banned me? And they said, we have the rights to prevent anyone from betting on our platform. It was that cunty. It was like, we just don't want you to bet anymore. We don't like winners around here. And I'm not even a good gambler. I just got it was one of the most exciting nights ever. £25 in 3K. I'm loving your Kurdish pride, by the way, Jesus. I don't know what. Well, you did mention you were in Iraq, but I guess you didn't say Kurdistan because a lot of people don't know it that well. So in many ways, we are better than official countries. I like it, bro. No worries, Jesus. Bro, you've got national pride, bro. Say what you want to say. I think Barber's going to decision this. I could see her winning by a robbery. The thing is, they're both. This is going to be a horrible fight to watch. Striking on display is going to be a disgrace, and they're going to be scissoring for 25 minutes. What did you bet on for the 3K? I had like a 7 leg parlay. It had like a really big basket. It was all underdogs. It had like basketball in there, football in there. I don't think it had any MMA on it. It was literally years ago. I just threw a little 25 on. Odds were crazy. But yeah, they were very, very upset. Looks like Barber had a rough week. That's what I'm saying, she's a fat pig, and she's not a good fighter. She's known about this fight for fucking months. Not coming in on weight is a disgrace. I know it was half a pound. I just don't like her. There's something very dumpy about her. Barber's nutritionist didn't account for the silicone weight. That's a good point, actually. There should be like a silicone allowance. We don't want to discourage fake tits. Bet 365 face Frankie. I mean, they made. I mean, I was like, when I won that, I was like, I reckon I was like a grand down on my Bet 365 account, and chances are, yeah, I would have frittered that 2 grand away. So they should have let me give it back. How you doing, Richard? Yeah, let's not do anything to discourage fake tits, especially in MMA. Any excuse to give those ladies encouragement. 'Cause I'm waiting for the day that one of them pops out live on a fight card. It would be glorious. Richard agrees with me. Richard, you legend. I think there should be like a fake tit division. Is that too far? Have I gone too far? There should be like an enhancement division. Manu, how you doing, brother? You got any picks for me tonight, Manu? You're usually good for a good pick. By the way, if you guys haven't done your silk pajamas picks tonight, I think you've still got a couple of minutes. Shout out to Silk Pajamas VIP in the description. And I'm meeting up with the founder of that to watch a live BKFC event with Brutally at the end of the month. Gonna get wild. Break out the cocaine. Are you in any of the fights, Frank? I might stick around for like a little bit, but no, I'm not gonna stay live for much longer. I'll probably do about 15 minutes to half an hour. So I kind of wanna enjoy the fights without wearing any pants. I can't do that. Everything you're saying makes sense. Richard gets me. I say things that make a lot of sense. I say a lot of gay shit on here, but I say a lot of things that make sense as well. And I'm an advocate for enhancements all day long. Let's go. I'm not sure, bro. I'll stick with Klein. A lot of people are picking Klein. I don't think it's horrible. Later, man, I'm gonna watch some more of your content. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much, Krish Kushman. Yeah, if you go back to some of the old stuff, we did a lot of like MMA topics, a lot of collabs. I mostly do live streams now because I'm a lazy cunt, and I'm back with the sheep as a full time member of society. So it's mostly just live streams and stuff. But shout out to you, bro. Thanks a lot for turning up. Really appreciate it. They do it to everyone, Frankie. Our governments allow it. They also wipe your phone as computer of your evidence against them too. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I mean, I should have taken screenshots, really. That was my mistake. But the thing is, though, it's not even illegal to do it. They kind of just go, yeah, we what they always say, or what they will say if it came down to like, go into court with them or whatever, which you wouldn't do to get your account reinstated, is they would say we're suspecting you of illegal betting activity, even though they let you place the bet in the first place. Bet365 can suck my actual ballsack. Don't use that shitty company. Exactly. They want us to burn for their benefits. It's not time for independence. It will be bloodshed like you've never seen. Don't forget, British splits our land. We've got no friends, none. Can I point out, Jesus, that I'm not really British. I'm Irish. I'm pulling out that card very quickly before you unsubscribe. Irish. Irish fucking Chad right here. I thought this card was supposed to have started already, but I guess that's a little bit late. That's coincidentally why I went on at the time that I did. Get a nice hour in before the card starts. It looks like I've just fucked myself over. And now we're watching them play tennis. I fucking hate UFC. If there's a situation where you die and go to heaven and then God plays back your wasted moments, I'm gonna have to explain why I wasted so much time watching UFC cards. I mean, we're watching Erin Blanchfield flop around playing with a paddleboard. Can't take this shit no more. Why skip chats? Oh, bro, let's not start with that again. We've seen people piss themselves and shit themselves, but I'm hoping for a tip punch and the implant pops out. That's exactly what I said. Can't tell your accent. I've actually got a British accent. I grew up in London. So it's Southwest London, mate. But I was born in Ireland. I spent a considerable amount of time there. I was taken to this shitty country against my will when I was a wee lad, and I can't get rid of the accent. You're stuck with this roadman, South London twang that I just can't get rid of. Where you from yourself, Richard? We do like to get to know some of the subscribers in here. We've got quite a broad, I was gonna say spectrum of people here, but that sounded a little bit like I was calling everyone autistic. What I mean is, we've got people from all over, which is sweet. What you meant, Wesley, was why are you skipping chats? Why are you skipping my chat? Didn't see it. I know you are Irish, struggle and survive like us. Yeah, 100%. We've laid down way too many times throughout history. England was just very, very jealous of us. As you can see by this piece of art in front of you, they're jealous of our penises and our beautiful faces and our general humor. You have an Irish face. I do. It's a very Irish face. But the problem is there, Bo, that when I go back to Ireland, they make fun of me for sounding like a fag, a British fag, as they call it, and they laugh. New India, Canada, sweet man. We've got a few Canadians up in here. We've got Big Chris who's actually coming over to he's got his own food channel. He's coming over to the UK to get laid like out of control. He loves himself a UK whitey, and he's coming over to smash and drop some seed on my country. So fair play to him. Bodak firing shots. What's wrong with having an Irish face? Irish people are the top breeders. We know that. Anyone who's mixed with any kind of white ethnicity has got a bit of Irish in them. 100%. You do sound like a British fag, to be fair. Takes one to know one, mate. That's what I've grown to love about the Sunday streams that we do because it's like, where are all these people from? Like the surprise that we've all got different accents, like our country's too small. It's like when I think of an American accent, I just think of some cowboy hillbilly or possibly New York. That's usually my go-to. So Bodak, I was saying earlier, for those people who are just turning up, subscribe to Bodak. Just hit 500. Massive milestone. Partner of the channel. Fruity use of the word partner there. Regular on the Sundays. Great quizzes. Just great content in general. So subscribe to that, man. Bodak, come out, you black and tans. I cannot confirm or deny if Bodak is black. I'd rather continue you bet settled out of court with me. The rest, I had no evidence. Well, fucking hell, at least you got something out of bastards. But this is what I'm saying, that the whole thing is just a joke. Like, if you're good at it, they fuck you. If you're bad at it, they just take your shit. But it's like I said, man, I thank you very much for your beauty. This is why you're a mod. Um, yeah, it's just like I said, it's a sad state of affairs. I only gamble for enjoyment. I don't really gamble to make anything. I don't bet anything that would be costly to lose. I used to bet like 500 bucks a weekend and not blink about it. But I realized I was getting more and more annoyed when robberies happen. Now when I lose 50 quid or whatever, I just go, "What?" I just go, "Yeah." I'm not really as mad. We've been over this. I'm a strong, independent black woman. Well, the voice does back up. I was born in Dublin Street. The Royal Rums do be. The loving English people walk over us. Honestly, a black and Can sounds good right now. I don't even know what that means. So if I've said something offensive, I'm not apologizing. Ignorance is acceptable. Jesus, every day and every night when me da would come out tight, he'd invite the neighbors outside with this chorus. I'm assuming these are lyrics. Luana Santos by KO is paying Lane. Santos by KO is paying my lucky 17. If Santos is gonna win, it's probably gonna be by laying Jacoby out. Jacoby can be quite elusive though. Oh sorry. He has a lovely holiday home in the coast. Yeah, Bodak is the biggest baller in here. Have you seen Bodak's rig? See, but Bodak is a bit of a cunt for this because I told him I wanna buy a new rig, and then he fucking, like, patronizes me with information that I can't understand, and then reveals probably the sickest rig I've ever seen in my life. Just cunty movement. I get violently mad at robberies and I don't even bet. I used to get really, really mad, but the thing is, yeah, MMA is sucking the soul out of me, and I don't really care anymore. I find it hard to get enthusiastic because I very rarely go into cards like hype cards. So I start off like very low energy, and then it just gets lower from there. So I rarely reach the point of rage. Antek, you the man. Antek is the fucking man. Antek has become one of my favorite chat members. I don't call you guys subscribers or whatever because you're more just the boys and the girl. It's nice to have you back in here doing your fingers whirling. Oi, I'll build your rig for you. Don't make promises you can't keep. I'm serious here. I'll bring you over to my house and I will watch you build it. Not in a zesty way, not with you like, why did I say that? You weren't thinking that. You're welcome over anytime. What I'll do, Bodak, this is the level of trust in you. I will send you an amount of money that you think could build me the ultimate rig of all time. I'm willing to go kind of anything between 3 and 5 grand I'd be willing to part with, and then just do your magic. I heard you talking about graphics cards the other day, and it just got my juices flowing again because my knowledge about that all that stuff is gone. I've got, like, an Alienware PC that I bought, like, 6 years ago, and it's still playing most games on it, but I'm definitely due an upgrade. Buy the parts, I'll build it. I'm worried I'll make a mistake. The thing is, the graphics card that I want is, like, 2 grand by itself, because I don't want something that's too noisy. This is kind of why I've come to the decision that I need to get rid of my current rig, because when I do anything on it now, it just gets overexcited and makes a lot of noise, and it just pisses me off. I look Irish, 5/8 Irish in winter and Spanish in the summer. Bro, that sounds like you get, an unfair amount of plunge. Those are the 2 combinations that you really need. If you do that, you'll be like Neo in the Matrix when I'm done with you. That's always been my dream. Say no more. I tell you what, bro, if you I don't mean to be, a lazy cunt about this, but just let me send you the money and let's just get this going. And then you can come over, check out the pad, and then meet up with the greatest rig that the world has ever seen. I've already got the my monitor and everything's done. I just need the actual CPU. Is that what we call them? Building a PC for the first time was stressful. I used to do that shit years ago. It's probably easier now than it was then. It was proper complicated before. I used to hate it. How are the fights going? Yeah, we haven't got our first one yet. We're still watching, hang on a second, unless I'm mistaken. No, we're yeah. How many screens do you want? You're gonna tell me this is bad. I've got one of those Odyssey Arc monitors, so it's like let me see if I can turn it around here. So it's that big cunt. How many should I have? Are you thinking 3? I've also got 2 of those, like, desks that you can electronically put up and down. I splashed out a lot of money on this shit, and now it's pretty much obsolete. I saw, like, a really sick, Secret Lab one. I mean, it's alright. The monitors I don't think I can go back to having a smaller monitor now. I don't think I could do it. Read WMC or I'll resign. It better be fucking good. A black and tan is a dark beer poured over a light beer. That makes sense. How many screens do you want? Um, I mean, I'm my instant reaction was to say 3. Obviously 1 in the middle, 2 on the sides. I could go with 3. I mean, is this not fat fucker of a thing enough, or is it more of a logistics thing where you have different things going on? You have mentioned to me that you also said something about hooking up your PCs. I didn't even know you could do that. Small monitors are soy. They are. Soy and gay. So, yeah, this is a 55-inch beast, and they're actually really cheap now. I think you can get them for about a grand and a half. I paid 3 grand for that shit. Heartbreaking. But, yeah, I'm willing to if you're insisting that I need to, then I will upgrade that as well. Why not? You've pretty much told me that I need to shell out about 10 grand, right? Is that what you're saying? I'm open to it. If that's what it's gonna take. But I don't wanna have to upgrade for at least 10 years. So if I'm gonna 3K for the monitor. It wasn't exactly, and it was pounds sterling, sir. I think I paid like 2,600. So I've had this monitor for about when did I move here? I got it just before I moved here, officially. I think it was like 3 years ago. Not even that long. About 2.5 years. And I think it was about 2,600, 2,700 pounds. Is it at least OLED? I have no idea. You're talking to the wrong man. Hang on a second. Yes. Yes, it's OLED. Oh, no. No, it's not. It's not an OLED display. It's a mini LED, mini LED, quantum mini LED LED, which I'm assuming costs, I don't know. Fuck me. Does that mean I'm gonna need to upgrade? I'll be honest here, I don't really notice the difference. I said a good every PC. I mean, let's be real. Pornhub, yeah, Pornhub and I paid 400 for my PC. I use a TV from the dump. My PC is insane. It's a tiny box and runs everything fine. How much do you reckon I need to part with Bodak for like a I basically want it for like kind of probably want it to just be good for gaming, but I want it to have like I don't know, I just want it to stop making noises and to be fast. I know I'm getting very technical with you here. 2 to 5K. I think if I could get away with spending 5K, that would be supreme, and not have to update it for at least 5 to 6 years. I'd take that. Bojack, I love the response, "You're gold, cunt." It's just one thing, RE Jules, that don't fit with me, bro. Did I miss a comment about that? Next season of the 3K computer series featuring Frankie and Bodak. Will Frankie's rig be unveiled before musicals? Um, I didn't know musicals building that rig. I know he's got a sick laptop though. Gaming rig, you focus on latency. On a workbench video editing PC, focuses on bandwidth. Each can do the other thing decently. I can't even pretend to know what you're talking about. So bandwidth is more about how it utilizes internet speed, right? And latency is a word I don't understand in computing terms. Time to educate myself. Latency. That's not helpful. Oh, yeah, yeah. So I think so, yeah, that's what I suspected. So it's about response times, yeah, that's what I assumed. So, yeah, I think speed is probably what I care about more. 'Cause like I said, I bought my last rig for the purpose of gaming, and I don't really game that much. Like, I mostly fuck around with, like, the Steam Deck and handhelds and shit like that. I don't play a lot of like, I've had a PS5 that's sat there. It's probably been played before, like, 4 times. I've got an Xbox Series X that I've never touched. So it'll probably end up being the same for a gaming PC as well. So I guess, like, from what you're telling me, it's a latency thing that I need to be focusing on. I don't really edit anymore because I just do live streams and then stick them into AI software. I've turned into a lazy prick. I'm basically I basically just think it's time for an upgrade because if I ever decide I wanna do these things, I want the option. Yeah, we're listening to Michael. Why are they doing this? What I think it's because the fight got knocked off the card, right? So it's gonna end up starting at, like, 11:15 or whatever, my time, or 1:15 midnight. Shit, it's midnight. Cage Warriors card was it a good one? Oh, that give Frankie his potato back now. So, yeah, I think it's a latency thing that I'm gonna go for. But if I choose to play games on it, I still want it to be done. I might as well just do both, I guess. But if you can well, obviously, you can't guarantee this, but the closer it needs to being like, you know, like I said, I don't wanna have to upgrade in, like, 5 years where something insanely crazy comes out, and I'm like, "Shit, this graphics card is arse." Like, it's got photorealistic graphics, and I'm like, "This shit doesn't work anymore." For a workbench, yeah, I figured you want RAM and CPU cores. The trade-off is that is the more CPU cores and RAM you add, the higher the latency goes, which sucks for gaming. No, no, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense to me. I guess the obvious solution to that would be to just have a balance, I suppose, as much of a balance as I can. I feel like if I'm gonna shell out 5 grand, I at least want it to feel like it's quiet, fast, and can game well. And I'm assuming I can achieve that for 5 grand. I figure as well, if I get, like, a better setup rig, it will inspire me to do more on it. Because I find stuff like I do a lot of planning for my job, and I find sitting in front of a PC to be a fucking chore these days. Like, I can't stand it. No, I'll build that. Do you know what we'll do? We'll meet up for a beer at some point over the summer, and then you can bore me to tears with this shit. I mean, entertain me with this shit. Because in all seriousness, I do need to know. Bodak, not with a pre-built, no. Bodak's kind of the experts from what I've heard. Antec might have the credentials as well, so I don't wanna discredit you. I don't know. But from what I've heard, it's like an art form. Building a PC is like an art form, you know? For example, a good gaming PC would be like 8 16 CPU plus 32 gigabytes of latency RAM. A good workbench PC would be more 16 to 32 CPU and 120 the thing is, I understand what you're saying in principle, but why does that affect why does that affect gaming so bad? I would assume that having more RAM and increasing latency would improve, you know, speed in which a game performs or the quality in which a game performs. You don't need you don't need 5 grand. My shit was only 3.6 without the monitors, and that's in Canadian moose bucks. And I know that there's been big graphics card improvements in the last, like, well, 6 months is where the GTX, was it 5060 or whatever's come out. I know that NVIDIA released a card that was, like, shit expensive, and then AMD released one that was basically the same but noisier, but had the same performance for, like, quarter of the price. So, yeah, I dunno. I feel like I'm ready to move on, though. And this whole linking of PCs thing blows my mind. Like I said, I didn't even know you could do that. So there's obviously a lot that I need to learn. But, yeah, I feel like it would inspire me to do more on, and, like, I spend money on bullshit, so might as well do something useful with it, is what I'm saying. The more RAM you have, the more expensive its low latency version becomes. Low latency 32 gigabytes of RAM would cost as much as the one. I guess that kinda makes sense. Yeah, I haven't opened up my PC in years, so I bet that fan looks fucked. I bet it's dusty to shit. So, one thing I might need to do, and, like, I haven't, like, I don't know if factory reset is the right word, but, I haven't reformatted. I haven't reformatted it in a long time as well. Oh, that makes sense. It's just bulk. But don't different RAMs have don't different doesn't different RAM have, like, different speeds and shit, depending on what brand and stuff you use? Again, obviously, I'm not an expert, but I'm assuming that some brands have a better read and write speed than others. That's factual. Proper 12, proper 12. You have to taste it, mate, the finest. Proper 12 is disgusting. And I did mix it with Prime once on a live stream and got absolutely pissed. Worst drink I ever had. I had a hangover that did not go away. Anyway, before I fuck off, which I'm about to do, does anyone have anyone to recommend in terms of who's live streaming right now? I know Dougie is, Fight Fairy, MMA Holes is always great. Oh, I love MMA Holes. I love holes in general. Um, I'm gonna say we go to Dougie because Dougie's the man and he always shouts me out. So I'm gonna, and he's got 17 people in there right now, so if we could give that a nice little boost, let's do that. Hang on a second, boys and girls. Or Paradox could go live. You're gonna do a gaming stream soon. I'm gonna turn up for that. I think I'm gonna put Pop Classic Rachel and Raid, 100%. I'm gonna take the plunge Bodak and buy a copy of FIFA. In fact, I'm gonna do it right now. If I get it on PS5, it will still work, right? 'Cause I think it just dropped in price, and I didn't really wanna pay for it. I can play Rush on that, right? FIFA 2, oh, it's gone back, hang on, 34 quid. Let me check. Oh, it's gone back up again. I don't think I wanna pay 35 quid for FIFA. It's just such a shit game. I'll try and find a I'll try, yeah, we're fans of holes around here. So we're gonna go, I'm gonna recommend Dougie's Corner because I just think he's a great guy, but, if there's anybody else that anyone else would recommend, shoot your shot. Um, I will catch you guys tomorrow. Get the new Elden Ring. You mean this fucker? I got the steelbook version, obviously. Yes, Elden Night Rain. I got a copy sent to me yesterday. I might get it on Steam though, or I can just get around to actually boosting this rig. Shout out to you, Jesus. Thanks for turning up. Um, I'm gonna get. believe it or not, yeah, I've never played Elden Ring. I've always meant to get round to it, but I just never have had the time, and I've got, like, several copies of it as well. Several, and they're all sealed. Anyway, guys, much love to all of you. Give Dougie a shout out when you get over there, if you go over there, he's always good value. Um, yeah, it was lucky it was actually lucky that you brought that up because I literally I opened the box for it just before I came on here. I actually pre-ordered this fucker, months ago. I think I should play Elden Ring first before I try and give this a go. Yeah, I can see they're in the cage now. Alright, boys, yeah, shout out to Dougie's Corner. MMA Holes is gonna be coming on as well if he's not on already. Much love to everyone. We'll see you for the live stream tomorrow. It won't be a vertical. Hopefully, the mic will be sorted out. Yeah, if you can head over to Dougie and support. If Paradox goes on, get your asses on Paradox. Link to the guy. Very good value. Um, as always, much love to everyone who turned up. Appreciate having you here. Catch you tomorrow. Tomorrow should be fun. Hopefully, we get something exciting to talk. Take it easy, boys and girls. Much love.